There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. To find yourself, think for yourself. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. If you don't get what you want, you suffer. If you get what you don't want, you suffer. Even when you get exactly what you want, you still suffer, because you can't hold on to it forever. Your mind is your predicament. It wants to be free of change, free of pain, free of the obligations of life and death. But change is law, and no amount of pretending will alter that reality. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. Every action has its pleasures and its price. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. To fear death, gentlemen, is no other than to think oneself wise when one is not. To think one knows what one does not know. No one knows whether death may not be the greatest of all blessings for a man. Yet men fear it, as if they knew that it is the greatest of evils. One should never do wrong in return, nor mistreat any man, no matter how one has been mistreated by him. Regard your good name as the richest jewel you can possibly be possessed of. For credit is like fire. When once you have kindled it, you may easily preserve it. But if you once extinguish it, you will find it an arduous task to rekindle it again. The way to a good reputation is to endeavor to be which you desire to appear. The real important thing is not to live, but to live well, and to live well meant, along with more enjoyable things in life. To live according to your principles. If all our misfortunes were laid in one common heap, whence everyone must take an equal portion, most people would be content to take their own and depart. In all of us, even in good men, there is a lawless wild beast nature, which peers out in sleep. Those who are hardest to love need it the most. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. I know you won't believe me, but the highest form of human excellence is to question oneself and others. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want to breathe, it is then you shall have it. And therefore, if the head and the body are to be well, you must begin by curing the soul. That is the first and essential thing. And the care of the soul, my dear youth, has to be effected by the use of certain charms, and these charms are fair words, and by them temperance is implanted in the soul, and where temperance comes and stays, there health is speedily imparted, not only to the head, but to the whole body. Are you not ashamed of caring so much for the making of money and for fame and prestige, when you neither think nor care about wisdom and truth and the improvement of your soul? Intelligent individuals learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. The stupid already have all the answers. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. He is a man of courage who does not run away, but remains at his post and fights against the enemy. Where there is reverence, there is fear, but there is not reverence everywhere that there is fear, because fear presumably has a wider extension than reverence. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. Get not your friends by bare compliments, but by giving them sensible tokens of your love. People demand freedom of speech to make up for the freedom of thought which they avoid. The hottest love has the coldest end. Let him that would move the world first move himself.